Donis Paul is holding another fundraiser to urinate on my brother's grave tonight. I'm documenting it. He's going to make a lot of money encouraging people to hate and attack my abuse victim, deceased, handicapped brother. And all I can do is document it and make the promise that it will be seen one day. You're gonna make your money tonight. But by the end, be that end in 30 years from now, or 5 years from now, or tomorrow, by the end, the world will know where you got that money. He's bragging that it was never for a truck, because when he held the first fundraiser, he raised $1,500, and he said afterwards, after I got upset, he said, oh, it was for a truck. It was never about your brother's grave. It was just for a truck. That was a joke. Now he says it was never for the truck, which means it was always to send my aunt to desecrate her own nephew's final resting place. And his fundraiser tonight to go after my brother. He's going to make money. And I am going to let people know where that money came from. One day, people will care. One day, people will see and will know where that money came from. And you're going to be sorry that you decided to make so much money slandering and going after my brother, who was the most innocent victim possible, because he was crippled before he was even born. He couldn't do anything to hurt you. Make your money. I will be walking 500 miles this winter to bring awareness of my brother's situation, and the money you're making tonight is part of that situation. The situation is that these cyberbullies, and my family included, are using my handicapped brother's memory to profit and to hurt and abuse me. The world will know. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. I promise you. I promise you. If it takes my death, the world will know what you are doing. Nothing in my past makes me worthy of being abused in my future. Nothing in your past makes you deserving of being abused in your future, because nobody deserves to be abused. Everybody has a past. Nobody deserves to be terrorized for the rest of their future because of their past. If the courts had found that I had committed a crime, I would not be a free woman right now. So you can threaten all you want to tell people what happened to Roberta Laws. I will tell people what happened to Roberta Laws. I did tell people what happened to her because I wrote a book, and I have been talking about what happened to her for years. I'm not scared of my past. You should be scared of your current actions. You think that going after my brother you think my past makes it okay for you to attack my brother, and it doesn't. And when the time comes that people start looking at this, you're going to find out fucking fast that abusing a disabled person's memory to get revenge against a living person is not acceptable behavior. Regardless of what I did in my past, my brother does not deserve to be used and disrespected in the way that these people have disrespected him and are planning to disrespect him again tonight. And it will be seen one day. Probably not now, probably not tonight. I am a very small person. Nobody knows me now. I'm walking 500 miles this winter. I will get attention. I'm walking 500 miles again next year, and 500 miles again the year after that. And even after I get the awareness, I'm going to continue yearly walking 500 miles for my brother because he deserves that kind of respect and dignity. So fuck you. Say what the fuck you want. I'll be documenting it and letting people know so that when people actually do pay attention to me, they'll see what you're doing.